Hello, this is Mrs. J, and today I'm looking at Autodesk Inventor using GMetrix training. So practice exam 1, training 1. We're going to look at a couple of questions there. Let's see, I think we're up to question 13, part viewing. So let's see what's in here. Select from the summary panel number 13 and go. Okay, so number 13 wants us to create a pattern on the current view. View has already been created. Use the next default. What's a default name for the view? So let's take a look at it. That's pretty easy. Okay, it says the view has already been created, so I think we already made this. We're going to open pattern.ipt. So come over to Inventor, go to Open. You should be familiar with locating your templates by now. In this section here, you hit your name, and you look at the second instance of the folder called Documents. So this one, there's 1, 2, the second one. And you know you're in the right one when it says GMetrix templates. Double click, and they said pattern. Yes. And I think we were already supposed to have created the pattern in a separate question about 2 questions ago. Let's see if it makes a difference. Create a view representation of the current view. A view has already been created. Use the next default. Well, that's a terrible question. What's the default name for this view? So let's read this. Go to the browser. That's an old terminology. I'm going to show you what they mean. See this word model in the top left here? It used to be called browser by Autodesk Inventor. It was changed to model about 2 years ago. So GMetrix is using an older term. You might see it on the test. I doubt it because it's Autodesk, but just in case. Browser and model are synonyms. Click the view drop down. Okay, view. That says they want you to open this. So it looks like I already do have it. And then create a new view. View the default name. View default name is view 2. I think they gave you the answer right there. So there we go. How do I make a new view? New. I right-clicked, new, view 2. Well, I like these questions. So I don't know if caps matter, if punctuation matters, but I'm going to do it exactly like I see it. Uppercase V, no space, view 2, and then I can't hit next because my video player's in the way. Well, here's hoping that's the right answer. Oh, I can't go forward. Let's see what I can do. Options. Let me pause. Okay, I think I can look at it now. Next. Okay, that was too easy. Let's try the next question. So this would be question 14. Which of the following options are available when launching a new project? A new project. Okay, launch the project application, create a new project. Dialog box gives 2 options. So Inventor. Let's start at the home, top left, see a little house? And we've done a couple of these, right? Projects. And we always want to do a new single user, right? So we click new, and these are our options. New single user, new vault project. So that's always a test question. Let's go back to the question and see what they get to choose. Single user, vault, group, project from template, multiple user. Those are good distractor answers. The answer is single and new vault, and to select them, you have to hit shift and then click. So shift and then click each one of these. I already did it, so it's not undoing. But you click one, shift, click the next one, next. Okay, I hope you get a bunch of questions like that on your test. Okay, parameters. Let's try this one. Open parameters, change the diameter of the master hole to 8.165. What's the parameter name? Parameters are amazing. If you become an advanced modeler, you will use parameters. If you work for any company, you will use parameters. The short version is, say you design a shoe and it's in your shoe size, mine's a size 9. But then all your friends want one. My friends are not size 9. Do you have to recreate the entire shoe in Inventor? No. If you used parameters, you can change the initial value, the first value you put, and everything will change exponentially, and you can go from 9 to 9.5 to 10 to 10.5, whatever you want. It's great. All right, let's see what we can do. Open. GMetrix. Parameters. That's a part file. See the cube? Looks kind of like it. Open. Yes. And then, yeah, it does look like it now. See it. That's pretty neat. Okay, so the question was to change the diameter of the master hole. And what they mean is, what hole did they use to do this pattern? Now, I don't know if they mean the tiny little hole or the circular pattern hole. So let's take a look. Hole diameter, circular pattern, features. I'm going to check the help. It's either this hole or that hole, but I don't know. So I'm going to go to help and scroll down. Okay. In order to change the diameter of the master hole, you have to identify it. The master hole is a hole that provides the data for the pattern, so they mean the small one. Go to the browser and look for the hole object before the circular pattern. That's this. Let the mouse rest. The master hole will be highlighted in the part. To change the diameter, double click on the hole in the browser. Change the master hole diameter to 8.1657. Okay, so I'm going to hover. Oh yeah, look at that. See that turn green? What's this one? Hover over the hole. That's what they wanted the whole time. Double click. Double clicking gives you the properties of that hole, and they want me to change its diameter. So I got the depth, I got the degree, it's like a tapered angle. This is the only thing that looks like a diameter, and it's 8. They said make it 8.165. I think that's what they said. 1657. You have to be really specific because you'll get the answer wrong. 8.1657. A look, it's changing there, so you could change it here too. It's showing you're working on it. This is pretty neat. Click OK. Okay, and then it says go to parameters. So let's find that. Parameters should be in the Manage tab. So we're in 3D Model. Let's go to Manage. And then parameters. Parameters are always f of x. If one thing does something, then everything else has to follow along. We're going to go to, oh, can I just double click it? Yeah, can double click it. Okay, and they asked me to find what was the name of the hole. I think that's what they're asking me. It says, what's the parameter name of the master hole? So the master hole we know was hole number 1, and we can make sure because it says 8.1657. We put that in there, so we know this is the name D14. And when you're doing parameters, it starts out, it just follows you along every click you make, gets the letter D, and then this is 14. So there's your answer. Thanks for watching.